Welcome to the Lakeshow podcast. It's a weekly deep dive into the biggest stories and topics surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by my Spectrum SportsNet co-host Chris McGee and our Laker insider Mike Bresnahan.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Temperature check. How are we doing? How's everyone doing?
Not great news today.
You doing a wellness check?
Yeah, wellness check.
How are you doing?
Temperature check.
Birthday girl?
I'm about, me personally, I'm about at I'd say an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
That's really high.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's good.
Yeah, for today. Where's your numbers?
Can you
personally
tell us what birthday it is?
37. Meta World Peace Year.
Wow.
A meta year.
I knew you in your 20s.
No, well, yeah, you did know me.
Did?
Yeah. I just wasn't here till I was 30.
Child.
We've
Growing
talked
up
about
before our very
child.
You're such an adult.
What?
Now you're an adult.
An adult.
Allie, you're closer to 40 from 30.
Thanks, Brez.
Prez.
Appreciate
with
that.
Yeah.
a hell of a line.
You're getting
All right,
closer to
everyone.
60.
Nope.
Nope.
Good job, Allie.
Well, you're not going backwards
That is true.
unless you have a Benjamin Button we don't know about.
Yeah. I love how James referenced that on the pregame show yesterday. Who was he talking about? LeBron, I think, right?
Yeah.
Keeps getting younger and younger. Well, Allie, your birthday is going to have to be the good news for the week.
Huh. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is because, yeah, we could get to the news of the week when it comes to the Lakers. Shall we just dive in?
Yeah.
Anthony Davis to be reevaluated in 1 week after he suffered an abdominal strain in the game versus Philly. Reports are that he is already back in LA as the team continues on the rest of their Grammy road trip. What are we, 7 games until All-Star break?
Yep.
7 games till All-Star break. We talked about it. I feel like the last couple shows, at least in the pregame, I've mentioned that the Stars have been fairly healthy. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. AD's only missed 3 games so far this year.
Yeah. He'll have what? 20 days before the next game that he figure if you go to the 19th, I think is that the makeup games, the 18th or 19th?
19th, yep.
20 days.
It's
3 weeks.
3 weeks from today.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we do not envision seeing him.
He will
until
not be back.
after.
Yeah, he won't be back till after the All-Star.
Yeah, I would think so.
That's our feeling.
I mean, if in a week everything's great, do you bring him back for 4 games? I don't know. When you have a whole week of rest awaiting him because of the All-Star break, I don't think so. Because look at their schedule. February, some really tough games. March, we went over it yesterday. 17 games in March, including 6 games in 8 days.
He's going to be reevaluating in a week. He's not coming back in a week. Yeah, so that means then the next week is All-Star break. So, yeah.
Got to make sure he's fresh for a tough 2 months.
But, I mean, with ab strains, guys, that's you got to be now, just ready for things that linger.
Mm-hmm.
Those could be, long-lasting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the bummer of it all.
So 7 games to the All-Star break, and you've got 8 days until the NBA trade deadline. So does this change what the Lakers are thinking about doing? Can it change? Is there enough time? Like, how does the trickle-down effect now?
If there's a backup big that is available for nothing, like a Valanciunas, maybe they go get him. He didn't look real good against the Lakers a couple weeks ago. They'll get a better look at him on Thursday of this week when they play the Wizards again. He is what he is at this point in his career. He's a backup big for the worst team in the NBA. He's got some money on that
Could
contract.
they just get him out of after they play him and put him on the plane in AD spot?
How about right before tip-off? Make a little trade. We'll give you a second rounder. Send some salary over there. But is he a championship piece? No, he's not. He would be a fix till AD gets back. Because right now, AD's... You're going to have Jackson Hayes and Koloko as your 2 bigs against some pretty good teams over the next 2 weeks if AD is out until the end of the All-Star break.
And I think, what I gathered from your question was, do they go a certain direction because he's hurt? Like, do they go give it all for Walker Kessler? Do they try to do whatever they can, even though Ainge is not dealing him? I don't think so. I mean, only the Lakers know, how long this might be. So I think they're having those kind of talks, but I just don't think you
don't
panic trade just because. I mean, listen, if you're without AD or without AD, everyone knows how this goes.
Yeah.
Right. We've been down this road before, so it's not I don't know what trade you can do that's going to, make you,
It doesn't put any more
Yeah,
emphasis.
if he's not playing, it's that's everything. That's your defense. That's your offense. It's so. But yeah, I mean, if you want to, like Brez said, if there's somebody out there that can be patchwork until he comes back, that's great. You got to hope you can win a few games. There's 7 games. You got to hope you can string together a few wins during this time. It's not going to be easy.
Got to get at least 3 if you can.
LeBron said much easier to game plan without AD knowing he's out than mid-game.
Yeah.
So
when you think of last night and how it went, is that what you're referring to?
Well, last night, man, what a disaster. But yeah, definitely threw them. They didn't have that energy I was used to them having lately anyway, but they were still up 9. And then the Sixers just, maxing them. They just smelled blood. They attacked, and Lakers had no resistance. So, yeah, I think then it really hurt, Maybe they would have a different game plan, had a guard. All
right. Was it you who said on the post-game show, what a great endorsement for AD as NBA MVP?
Yeah.
Crushing Philly, everything's good. He leaves in the first quarter, doesn't come back, and they lose to a bad team with 2 of their 3-star players watching from the sidelines. So, yeah, AD hurts. I mean, it's obvious if you watch the Lakers. Unless you vote for the Defensive Player of the Year award every year, I still don't think they value AD like we do, since we watch him every single day, every single game that he plays. It's a different team without him. Jackson Hayes, nice little alley-oop dunker. Had a couple blocks and steals a couple games ago, but it's you can't replace a guy like AD. Yeah, so you got to go 3 and 4 into the break if you can, Geet, at least.
Yeah, what he does defensively for this team and what he allows everyone else to do on the team, that's the biggest. It's not just about guarding a guy one-on-one or help side defense and coming over and getting a block. Like the way he allows the rest of the guys to defend because he's on your team and on the floor, that's the biggest difference for me. And you lose that, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a huge challenge. But, they've been down this road before. I was telling the guys in the newsroom, like, with our network, we've had these moments a lot. Every time you start to feel good or you start to feel momentum, there's something that tugs you back, right? Like, it happened with Kobe when he got hurt. Team was starting to roll. They're feeling great. Kobe tears his Achilles, right? He's out. Even when you were here, your first year, like that year Luke was coaching, like that young team with LeBron was starting to figure it out. 18-7, 4th in the West after starting 2-6, 2-5. Yeah. That team got rolling. He hurts his groin on Christmas. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks. Season was lost, right? Then they win the title. Then next year, you're 21-6. LeBron and AD get hurt. Over. 21-6, best team in the league.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
Then the next couple years, when AD was getting hurt and not playing a lot of games, which was well chronicled, and then AD has a couple of great years. Lakers go to the Western Conference Finals, and then AD's healthy, but we lose Vando at a key time and didn't really recover from that. So.
Yeah, it's like last night.
And by the way, that's a lot of teams go through it, but man, it just seems to be every time you start to get rolling here. I think that's why. I think Eduardo's walking by.
Yeah, what's going on?
Come on in.
Who's out there? Someone want to come in?
Wow.
Oh.
Scotty.
Thanks, Scott. Scott fixed my computer, guys. Computer's
nice.
down and out.
We're potting right now.
Yeah, you're on the show.
That's IT, Scott.
IT guru.
You are on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me go.
You know what? Scott's actually very funny and witty, but he might panic when the lights are on like that. He could. Yeah. Great barbecuer as well.
That was so
Packers
funny.
fan, unfortunately, for him.
So I'm sure there's a little doom and gloom right now because just kind of, or like Groundhog Day is what I should be saying. Just feels very, familiar, unfortunately.
Are you panicking?
There's no panic, it's just sad. Bummer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you think season's
It's just
over?
more fun when they're winning games, obviously. It's more fun at work. Your mood's in a better. Everybody, it's a lot more fun. I'm not mad. It's just, it is what it is. It's it's just, I don't want to sound, you know what, I'm not going to say it.
We went into the game yesterday, 8 games over 500, and I now feel like we're 3 games under 500. It just does. I think probably just the way in which they lost, and then the news of Anthony Davis, and to your point of what we know, the Geeter Meter, Peter.
Geeter Meter.
So there's happy.
I actually feel like that's
Loon,
not accurate
anger,
right now.
so it's not accurate at all. Because there's, to Andrew's defense, like he has, it's a great meter. It's happy. It's loon. It's angry. He doesn't have sad on there. So if you were to go, he's going to create that. But if you go around on the meter, then there's sadness on the back. I think that's where you'd be sadness.
Yeah, should be just straight down.
Yeah.
Sad on the back. Yeah.
What word am I looking for here? Just a second. Of course.
Melancholic.
Is that it? Yeah.
Melancholy. Yeah. Apathetic.
So we have an injury update for tomorrow's game against the
Indifference,
Wizards, or
thank you.
today,
I don't know if
shall I
that's the
say, since this will be coming out the day of the game. Ruiz probable. Dorian Finney-Smith, LBJ, Gabe Vincent, all questionable. Of course, we know the news surrounding that of Anthony Davis. You think of Washington, you got Valanciunas, you got Cat on Saturday, you got Big Zoo on, what is that, Monday? Tuesday? The
One of those 2
backside,
days.
closing out this Grammy road trip. Lakers currently 2-1.
When do they play the Clippers?
Either Monday or Tuesday next week.
Got a cough coming.
I think it's Monday.
Is there even more of an emphasis
I'm
to get the win tomorrow?
The Clipper flu?
throat's starting to hurt, so you're gonna probably have to do the Clipper game.
I am. I'm actually there.
No. Here.
That's fine. I can host there. I
Studio.
can host both
Okay.
pre and post for
Good.
you, whatever you need.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
thanks.
got you. Is there more of an emphasis to win in Washington? Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
They have to.
yeah.
You have no
have to.
choice.
It's one
they
of
have
the
to- they
one of
have
the
to-
games that you
Yeah. You got to win it.
that you can win without AD. I would think you gotta win that one, don't you? You can't lose to a 6-win team.
Right.
Care
And
who's on the floor.
then 2 games against Utah right before the All-Star break starts. One here, one there. You got to try to win that one there, and of course, win the one here. That's your 3 wins right there. Beat teams that are really, really bad. Then try to sneak in a win against Golden State, the Knicks,
Now you feel good.
Indiana. I'm missing one other team,
Yep.
but they're playing on this 7-game swing here.
You go 4-3. You take that to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
feel
drop
pretty
to
good.
what, 7th, whatever, from 5th to 7th, probably
Yeah.
8th. But who cares? They're still in striking
Yeah,
distance.
exactly.
Hopefully AD's back. That's
2
the way
and
you gotta
5,
look at
3 and 4. 2 and 5 stuff. 3 and 4.
it. 2 and 5, you're in.
2 and 5, you could drop like a stone.
Yeah.
Standings are so packed, as we
Yeah.
talk about all the time.
5, you'd be at an 11th or 12th. So you
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Laker Nation, I think you all get the point. We're all in the same Geeter Meter panic point.
Yeah.
So for now, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, it's a round of Bucket or Brick. Welcome back to the Lakeshow podcast. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. Time for a round of Bucket or Brick, and we begin with, you are concerned that the Lakers are 1-9 in their Lakeshow City Edition jerseys. Bucket or Brick?
How symbolic of where we are. Throw the brick, the basket, and the whole thing falls
It's
down.
just
Nacho has
topples.
to get out of his seat. 1-9. Complete travesty.
How many games do we have left in them?
I mean,
Is that
Zero.
NBA, is that NBA mandated?
0
I
because
feel
we
like it
don't
is.
have those uniforms anymore. They're in the trash. 1-9 in those unis? Stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have bucketed it?
Yeah.
Sorry, bucket. I wasn't listening to the question at all.
He just knows that he does not like the City
I just
Edition
know that
jerseys.
I can't keep reading about it and everyone asking me about it. I can't go through it anymore.
Like, people are really blaming it on the jersey?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
just don't want to hear about it anymore, so let's not wear them ever again.
So I got so many ridiculous texts yesterday.
Isn't that funny, Allie?
It's
It is
ridiculous.
funny.
Yeah. Every time they play them
Yeah.
and lose, we have to hear about it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play them anymore.
The texts come after they lose in these jerseys. People yeah.
As Mel Robbins likes to say, let them. Check her out.
Mel Robbins.
Bucket or Brick, De'Aaron Fox will be traded.
Bucket. Bucket.
Bucket.
That's actually easy. Bucket or Brick.
Bucket.
How about Bucket or Brick, De'Aaron
going to
Fox will
Spurs.
be in San Antonio?
Yeah, it's going to the Spurs. It's
Both
it's
bucketed
amazing
that?
that players
Okay.
basically tell their teams where they're being traded
It's
to.
the state of the league. Yep.
And it's what
Insane.
people, it's what really bothers the average fan
Yeah.
about that league is that you just tell where you're going. James Harden does it every time. I'm going
KD.
to Philly.
Mhm.
Actually, I'm going to go to Brooklyn. You know what?
I'm
We're
going to
the
LA.
Clippers.
Mhm.
Paul George, Kawhi. All signed, but we got to go get. Got to trade for Paul George right now. Got to go get him to come here. It's just
Everyone
AD.
except Pat
AD got
Riley.
to go to Lakers. Thank God. I mean, best thing ever happened was AD saying he wanted to go to Lakers.
At least that was during the off season. You know, the in season stuff just bugs me to no end.
This was in season for AD. He wore the That's All Folks shirt.
Yeah, but you know, it happened in what, June of that year? July?
Oh, you mean the actual trade?
Yeah, the actual trade.
Yeah, he didn't get traded during the season.
Yeah.
I
Still
think
the
everyone knew where he
distraction
wanted
came.
to go, or he wanted to go maybe after. I don't know. We could have to ask AD about it, but
Yeah.
they didn't even play him. New Orleans acted like complete babies.
Yeah, he was benched for basically a month, and then 4 months later, he got dealt.
Clown show
3 months later.
organization. But Griff
You
got
are
in there and actually
on
did
one today.
Griff actually went in there and did a good job, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they weren't all hurt this year.
Didn't he get fired, Allie?
Griff? No, Griff's still there.
Griff's still there? My bad. Sorry, Griff.
Bucket or brick, Kevin Love has become the MVP of Instagram.
Bucket. Incredible performance as of late. Putting everyone on blast. Having a great time with everybody. Riley, Spo. Absolutely crushing his guy, Jimmy Butler, who just deserves to get absolutely smashed right now. It's been a lot of fun. And it's hilarious.
Yeah, again, another player in season demanding to be traded. Not my favorite. Wait till the off season, whether it's 2 months or 6 months for your team. Yeah, it's great.
The Jimmy one is different from De'Aaron Fox. So De'Aaron Fox has given everything he's had to that franchise.
He has.
They fired Mike Brown. He was not happy about it. At least this is what I'm being told when I read and stuff. I don't, who knows what's true. But I feel like they're saying, listen, it's better to trade him now. Because he's not, and by the way, he did not take an extension. So the writing is on the wall that in a year, he's going to choose where he can go. And he's earned that. He's earned that after 9 years. But if you want to get something for him, trade him now. Jimmy's just like, I don't know what he's doing, Allie.
Conduct detrimental to
People
the team.
chilling on the tarmac waiting for him. Texting saying, you can leave without me a couple hours later. That's not very cool. Being told you're not starting or whatever, and then walk out of the room. So what's the message that's sending to your teammate that is starting for you?
Yeah, very true.
Including
You're
Kevin Love.
35, getting $50 million.
Yeah, with a playoff option
Suit
for
up,
53 next year.
Yeah. So Kevin Love, yes, MVP of social media.
Adam Silver proposed an idea for the NBA on the Dan Patrick Show. Instead of 12-minute quarters, making the games 10-minute quarters, so 40 minutes instead of 48 minutes. Bucket or brick, you're a fan of the idea of shortening NBA quarters to 10 minutes.
I heard this. I heard Dan talking about it as well. I will bucket it because I feel like those extra minutes when they all count, they all add up, right? So I'm totally okay with it. I'm not a purist where it's like, oh, the records and all this stuff. I don't care anymore.
So we're going to be like the WNBA. I like it.
I'm going to brick it because I am going to be a purist. No one's ever going to pass anyone for any records ever again. This is it.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful.
That's a good point.
Because they're going to say 10-minute quarters. Let's add a few more games. How about 4 more games?
No, the whole thing was to lessen the games too.
Oh, okay.
Which I want. Instead of lessening the games, taking down. So you get less injuries.
I see.
You get less injuries. Games go faster.
Something has to be
There
done.
was some reasoning behind it.
Only the NFL.
Does anyone care about those first 2 minutes? There's sometimes no one even scores.
Right. Only the NFL can get away with actually adding games to the schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, people are lapping it up. I mean, the season goes like 8 months now, it feels like. It's crazy.
Speaking of,
Yes.
bucket or brick, the Chiefs will be the first team to three-peat since the Lakers.
Brick. Eagles here. Put a little scratch on them to win it all a few weeks ago. I think it's the Eagles.
Didn't you also take Notre Dame?
I did, but I did not bet them. Yeah, did not bet them.
You didn't think Notre Dame's going to win that game, Mike.
No,
You wanted them
underdogs.
to.
Yeah.
You wanted them to.
Someone put them on there, right? Someone put money on them, right?
I might have tried, but I didn't get any.
You didn't get anything out of it?
Yeah. I have to call my friend in Nevada. Couldn't get a hold of him. Lucky me that day.
Yeah.
My friend's not happy with me
Yeah.
after
Is his name Buddy?
after taking some money from him against the Commanders last week. Easily. That was done in the third quarter.
You and B. Moore had a little bet, didn't you?
Yeah, I took 12 from
Producer.
B-More. He paid me in
the stars.
cash, Allie. It's cold hard cash.
Be more.
B-More, $12.
$12 they bet.
12 bucks on what?
What a goofy bet, Nacho.
He's a Commanders fan.
$12.
Why $12
I don't know,
though?
Dave. What kind
know.
of bet is that?
I
First
don't
of all,
know. That was not my number. He
$12?
came up with it, but okay.
can't even get a California chicken cafe for $12. You're in for
Seriously.
16 there, kid.
I
Who's
know.
paying the extra 4?
Especially if you want extra dressing.
I had 2
like
egg
pasta salad
bites and a small drink, or like just like a normal drink at Starbucks today. It was $11.70.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's life,
And that's
Allie.
going to last me an hour and a half.
it's
Yeah.
your birth week.
That's
Like, you really
life.
can't get anything for $12.
You get a free one tomorrow, right?
I don't know. Do I?
It's your birthday.
So
Duncan.
Happy birthday.
Duncan.
go back to tomorrow and demand
Not
your
my
free
birthday.
stuff.
You off the rest of the day?
No,
What do you got today?
I'm going to go work out, exercise the brain, you know?
Yeah.
It's really nice outside.
You were off last podcast.
I just
You
asked
know
if
what?
you're off
I actually
today.
have a bone to pick.
No, I just asked if you were off today because
I have a
last
bone to
time you
pick.
had to be the analyst.
And I know everyone in the control room's like, oh, here we go. Allie's got a
Brett,
bone to
guess
pick.
what?
with-
Allie's got a bone to pick.
Podcasting.
Where is Brett?
Jeez.
Where the heck is Brett? Hanging out in the back?
She's got a bone
Nacho?
to pick.
The Brett
Nacho.
Where's he at?
Townhouse.
Wow, you are
A couple
a
days a
great
week, she's
friend.
in the studio. She's got to lay down the hammer. do you got?
Every time.
Uh-huh.
Every time.
Yeah, go ahead. Pile on like everyone else does.
Every time
Yeah.
I am
Yep.
podcast show.
Yep. Go ahead.
Show is at 7 p.m. live. Every time you get the podcast and the show, we're taping 9 hours early so that you can have your
Absolutely
entire
glorious.
evening.
I did not ask for it. It just happened, but maybe you should learn the Venmos of the people that make the choice, those
Bribery
decisions as
will
well.
get you everywhere.
Who are you paying money to?
Don't you worry about it. I just like to slide a little cash to the people that take care of me. A little more than $12, I can assure you that.
Little tip money.
You want an early show? Pay the piper. There is nothing better than looking on the schedule and seeing a 4 o'clock show. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah,
In
and you
terms of
get it
work.
every time.
In terms of work, better. Like, it's so beautiful. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to eat at home. And yeah, and you, 7 o'clock show on Wednesday, I believe.
This is actually a great week because they're on the East Coast. I love these weeks.
I hate this guy.
We're done at like a normal time. It's great. You can have a little dinner.
Wait, what are you talking about?
They're on the East Coast all week.
Oh, East Coast
Oh.
games
This is a
are
great
the
week.
Agreed.
best.
Yeah.
Great week.
I thought you were also
People can
rubbing
actually
it in
watch
my
our
face.
games a little bit. Like, they get
Yeah.
home, they can turn them on. It's not too late.
Yeah, I agree.
We can all
Even
squeeze in
then-
dinners.
Did Adam Silver
I
talk
don't
about
get to work out in the
7:30
morning.
games?
I don't get to have my coffee because I'm in here for pregame because you're not coming in until the end of the show. So God, who are you paying and how much?
What
is
Are you
happening?
telling me the pregame gig is tough?
It's the best thing that ever happened
Okay.
to me.
Do you want to rock that
Thanks
boat?
to all of you
wanna
for
turn over
listening
that
to the
leaf?
Lakeshow
we can go
podcast.
into that one if you want to go into that.
I'll bag all of
I
your
mean,
leaves.
If
If you're
that a
liking
tough
what
gig?
you hear, leave us scroll, leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. Send us
You
your
don't wanna go
questions.
down
Hit
that
us
road,
up on
buddy.
X at Allie Clifton at Geeter 3 at Mike_Bresnahan. Until next week. No, it just dawned on me that for the East
Bye, Allie.
Did you know there's a new way to watch your favorite team and it's available exclusively to Spectrum customers this season? You can watch Lakers games on Spectrum SportsNet Plus with the NBA app on us when you add internet and at least one mobile line. This offer is a slam dunk total value of $194.99. To learn more, head to spectrum.com/getlakers.